I've been in the Loft Market since October 2006, since the very first day the Loft started going. I design women's wear. I design dresses. Basically, I do dresses. I make clothes for me and everyone like me. I'm 25 and hopefully that's my advantage, is that I'm designing for people like me. The biggest thing is wearability. In college, I never wanted to be the person designing a dress for €1,000 that only one person could wear. I'd rather have 1,000 dresses for €50, and the idea of 1,000 people wearing it is so much better. I did 1 year in Sallynoggin, College of Fashion, and I managed a year, and I was really lucky. I got scouted by Topshop after the end of year 1, and an incredibly happy college dropout. I love the Loft Market. It's such a cool idea. There's very little incubation space for young designers in Ireland, in Dublin, in the world. There's so much high street stuff, and that's ironic considering I work with a high street store. But it's great, the talent that is in there, and my god, it's seriously unhealthy. I don't go in there with money because there's so much beautiful stuff.
I'm Aaron Murphy and my label is Curiouser and Curiouser. I make a whole load of things. I make dresses and hats and headpieces and badges and t-shirts and cards and scarves, which are probably, the thing I focus on the most. I think if you're trying to make just purely to sell to shops, you mightn't have such free reign with your designs, whereas people come into the Loft Market looking for different kind of stuff, so the more different almost the better. I really like that that there's no middleman, because it's just like I made this and I'm selling it to you, and that's a really good thing for me.
My name is Caroline O'Connell and my label is Daddy Larry. For the Loft, I've tried to focus on commercial and affordable pieces along with a range of handbags. So I like to design simple pieces but with interesting little details or use of fabric. It's quite young and edgy. Kind of this summer we're focused on festival culture, and so it's t-shirt dresses with some funky little details on it. Kind of 70s superheroes were my inspiration for that theme. So the main reason I joined the Loft was to get involved with other designers, but one of the benefits has been just feedback from the public and customers. It's great to see how customers respond to your collections and to learn from that.
Sure.
So that's been great.
I'm Bevan Flood and my label is Be Fashion Design. I do women's wear, mostly occasion wear, but I do sort of quirky day wear as well. Well, the occasion wear would be a mix from the new sort of metal fabrics, creating beautiful dresses and separate coats and dresses and stuff, but then I also do headpieces to coordinate with them and bags, so women can come to me to get their full looks. Well, a lot of the time I let the fabric fabric and the raw materials speak to me. When I get them, I'll sort of see what I think they'll work best as, but a lot of my surrounding areas will influence me, like nature and the city and what's actually happening in the trends on the streets. The Loft actually brought life back into the trade for me. It allowed me to be more creative again, and to actually see that people appreciate creativity and actually want it. And as you say, it set up a good loyal base of customers. And I also got some of my shops out of the Loft from here.
It's Heidi Higgins.
And what's the name of your label?
It's also Heidi Higgins. It's women's wear, so it's occasional. Also there's tailoring involved as well, so there's beautiful luxurious fabrics and wool crepe, so it's a nice mixture. Colour is a huge thing for me, and if I see nice fabric in a really nice colour, that's where I suppose the design inspiration comes from. Rather than kind of sitting down doing drawings, I love to have the fabric in my hand, to drape it on the stand and to play around and see what people need from it, or what opportunities are there design-wise. Well, the Loft has been amazing. Like as I said, when I started 5 months ago, I started here straight away, and it has helped build up my customer base, which I have now, and helped me to find my target market, and also has helped new boutiques to find me within the loft, so that has been fantastic. It's great to know that this is your location, this is where you are. They can find you there, they can come in, they can see the collection, they can meet you directly, and you can work with them. It's a point of contact really.
My name is Deirdre Hart and my label is D Hart. I design bespoke tailoring for women's wear, and I reconstruct old garments and reclaimed fabric to create new kind of silhouettes for women that can relate to them today. The clothing itself tends to inspire what I'm going to make from it. I generally work with menswear suiting and tailoring, and I've been looking at different eras in Victorian dress, so I'm kind of a fan of the steampunk movement at the moment, so that's kind of what's inspiring my work at the moment. I do a lot of one-off pieces, so the Loft Market is a perfect platform for me to show my work.
Just simply, this is lava. I'm an artist. I did study fine arts, and it kind of flew into designing clothes, and started painting on clothes first for an Irish designer. And since I started painting on clothes, painting on dresses, it was very easy to translate it into fashion afterwards. And then I've always been interested in sculpture. A lot of my paintings are very sculptural, so I wanted to explore it as a new medium, and this is how I started making hats. I do concentrate on hats at the moment and hair pieces, because I believe that as clothes dress the body, hats dress the face, and since the face is your, you know, it's like the soul comes through the face and through the expressions, and a hat can make you instantly pretty. The Loft Market is a fantastic place. It gives me a chance to show what I can do, and it gives it an exposure.
My name's Emma Arkley, and it's Therapy Aroma. It's natural, 100% natural, and 100% handmade skincare. So it would be anything from moisturisers to lipsticks to soaps and cleansing bars. I was working as a holistic therapist, doing massage and making products for clients. And because that was going so well, they were asking for them for their friends, so it kind of like started organically. The Loft Market is a really good space it's right in the centre of town, so it's brilliant for getting people to come up and buy products, and you know that the clients will know where to return, and they can browse and then come back the next week. It's also a really good space for sharing ideas or bouncing ideas off each other from the other designers as well.
I've only been in the Loft Market 4 months, but it's been an interesting 4 months. I design ladies' tailored clothing, lots of smart day wear. I do a bit of suiting, but I mix some other things in with it too. I was very interested in costume design, and originally that's what I wanted to do, and somewhere along the way I moved into fashion. I'm really influenced still by costume, even though it's not what I ended up going into. So movies, costume, clothes that tell a story. That's what I'm really interested in. Well, the Loft is a great place to sell and get known, but it's also a really good community vibe with lots of designers in Ireland. You learn a lot from each other, and it's a great atmosphere.